Hi dear viewers, this is Arash Kamali with another session of the website programming course on the Python programming language and the Django framework. A very warm welcome from me for being with me. If you remember, in the previous session we prepared our panel, and on top of that we added the option add news and news list. And in this session we want to complete our page by touching it a bit up. Okay, we are going to use the news list to show the registered news, the news that are going to be administered by Django right now and are available on our site. Alright, well, before we change the admin part to make our interface a little bit improved and to make it look better, we create these three pictures or images down here so that our site looks better. I feel as though it would be much better with a little touch up. I go to my home page. Let's see. Okay, on my home page here, the address is here. This is the URL. We need to make the URL static here. That's the first thing we need to do to make that image available on our site. Okay, let's write the code. Alright, and front slash address. Well, now we refresh our website, and as you see, look here, the first image opens. That's it. Okay, here I copy this, and well, the second image would be set as well. For me, that would be our second picture or second image. That would be fixed for us. Yep. And now the third image is going to be corrected as well. Well, and that's it. Now I checked our website to see how it looks. Alright, now the site looks much better. Now the three images down here, we arrange them as well. But how? They are in the footer. Well, let's find the footer section. I should go to the master folder, of course, or master page. Well, let's find it. Here is the about page. I need to correct these images. I want to make them static, so we do it for each one of those images that are available here on this part and make them one by one static. Alright, this is the first picture of our website, or the first image on the code. This is the second one. Let's correct the second image. Of course, we're doing the addressing and correcting them one by one. And the third one. Alright, and that's it. Let's check the site right now, and these images have been arranged. Now our site looks better. Alright, now let's go for the admin panel and its arrangements. For the admin panel, we go to this part. First we open the VS Code, and here on the VS Code section we go for making a function. We make a function in the news view. We make a new function. For instance, I write def news underline list. Alright, a request type. Well, that's it. And then return render, well, request of request type, and back in the back folder it would be made, and back news underline. Well, list.html. Alright, now I open my news.html page that I have just made. Sorry, I have made news underline list.html, and I have written a news list inside it, and now I need to define a URL for it. That's I will designate a certain URL to this list that I have made, and I did this in my news app because it is related to my news. Now, before my admin links, I add the word panel so that it would be easier for me to know if this link is related to the admin or not. Of course, I add the word panel before any of the admin links. It is optional though, adding that word. You can choose any word, panel news list, and then let's see, we go to the news, underline, it gets connected to it using the names news, underline. Now news underline list has been made for us on this folder, and I will see it using the address panel slash news slash list. So panel slash news and then list, and the news list here, as you see, this is on my news list page. Alright, now in the panel I connect this news list to my panel so that I would be able to see my page by clicking on the news list. So I go to my master page, to the links section where the links are available to me. My links are here. News list would be a slash panel slash news and slash list, and this slash before panel is really important, don't forget it. Now I refresh this page. If I go to the news section and hit news list, I enter this page as you see over here, and which is empty now. Okay, we need to complete this page. Here I make a copy from my home page and add it to my news list page over here. Okay, for the extended part of my master, and the body would be empty. Now if I refresh my news list, it would look like this. That is, if I go to the dashboard, it would look like this, and if I go to the news list, it would then look like what we have over here. Alright, now we go for the format. Let's first get access to the format. Let's see which parts we are going to need and get it from their codes. Alright, now we open the format. For instance, in the table section, we said the data table was needed. It has a section up there, the text. Alright, we want to remove this section that you see over here. How? By removing this code, of course. We search HTML. I search for it. Let's find the HTML page, the HTML database. Over here I open this page using the text editor, and as you see, alright, inside this page I would get the body section that I need. That is the section available for me over here. That would be, I would set it between my block, and of course I would need the page content. This part is my page content, and this part would be the header, or is, as a matter of fact, the header of the content or the page. Alright, and at first I copy the header over here. Alright, that's it for now. We're doing okay in the header, and now if I refresh my page, the header part has been added. Now we edit it, and after header I need to add the table. That would be this part. In the page content, it is the header that we accessed earlier on. Now we go to database content. I need to copy this code. All of it, of course, needs to be copied. We are going to need these as well. Yeah, that would be all right. We keep going. Yeah, we keep copying all of the codes, and later on we would remove the parts which might be extra and unnecessary. All right, and then I would complete my table using the static data that I have just copied. Okay, that has been set for it. I need to copy them, and then we erase this data and make our own dynamic formats. Alright, yeah, let's copy all of it. Are you copying as well? Are you going down? Down, down, down. Yep, That's all right. Well, now we keep going down to the searching section. Yeah, this is the database content. We copy it, and then we will go to, we set it there, and I refresh my page, and this is the data table, sorry, but we have a problem here. The problem is that we are missing the searching section, the views number, the page tables, and let's see, they have been set randomly. It is maybe because this page is getting its own JavaScript for working with this table from our home page, and that's why it is running into all of these problems. And for my list and other pages, it's getting the JavaScript where I want to use the database. Here, let's check these. And this part that we had, this section over here, as you see, if we get the master here, if we extend it from here, as you see here, we have a page for the home page, and as you see, but we don't have the database, so this must be added to our page as a database. These few lines of codes need to be added over there, and so we do something so that on our master page we will be able to have access to them. As you see, it tells us right here, use only this in this page, that is, don't not in the other pages. All right, here we make a block so that each page would have its own JavaScript inside its own page, and so that the JavaScript is not exclusive only to one page. Block, I make a block 1, and then in the block, the first thing I do is to copy this and add it to my home page after my main block. Alright, I go and add the footer block, and inside it I add the few lines for the home page. That's right, and save them. Now I check the dashboard. As you see, it is all right. Now I go to the news list. Let's check the news list here. This part of the codes, I need to add these to the news list as well, the footer block and the necessary codes. That would be these codes that are over here that I designate with orange color. These are the table codes. I remove them. News list, I add the database codes. Now again, I open my news list page, and over here, as you see, we still have a problem. Yep, it doesn't work because we have not made the addresses static. That's something which we need to keep doing over and over again. We forgot to make the addresses static. It is really important here, and then we write /control-V. Now we have made the addresses static. We refresh, and as you see, our JavaScript has been activated, and the search section as well, the number of events, and the page framework. Okay, as you see over here, and let's see, this is the news list which has been arranged and ready to be edited, and add our own data. What have we done? We have made a block named footer block, and we have set for the first page its own codes, and our news list has its own JavaScript that we have added, and for other pages JavaScripts we can add block footer.